What's going on, everybody? My name is Hydros, and welcome back to some more My Hero Ultra Impact. Man, that is actually still weird to say. But here today, we're going to be discussing My Hero Ultra Impact versus My Hero Academia The Strongest Hero, and why I think the global version, yes, the global version, it is on its way. Link to my video down in the description down below or the annotation up above. But My Hero Ultra Impact's global version is on its way, and I do believe that this will do far better than My Hero Academia The Strongest Hero ever did. Not that it was really a high bar to begin with, but we're going to discuss that. But before we go ahead and get started, make sure you guys go down there, click that red subscribe button, turn on all notifications by clicking that bell, and also drop a like down below on today's video if you do enjoy it. It'd be greatly appreciated. But all right, here today, My Hero Ultra Impact is going to be receiving its global version. The expected release date is around April 6, 2022. So we do have a little ways away, but it could come out far sooner than that. That is according to the iOS store, by the way, not the Google Play Store. We have no idea when it's actually going to come out, but My Hero Ultra Impact is developed by BNHA Namco, and MHA The Strongest Hero is by Sony Pictures Television, and I do believe it's Komoe Game on the other side of it. On the other side of the Strongest Hero for the other versions is Komoe Game, the main developer. But there is a big difference between these two games. Now, My Hero Ultra Impact is by far it is definitely a casual game. It is definitely not a PvP hardcore grindy type of game. So if you're a casual player like myself, My Hero Ultra Impact is going to be the game for you versus The Strongest Hero. The Strongest Hero is going to be a heavily co-op PvP focused game to where you're going to be wanting to grind that game super hard, and especially going to be wanting to dupe out your characters because The Strongest Hero is a shard based system, and the shard based systems, personally, I despise shard system games like My Hero Academia The Strongest Hero. I mean, it's a lot of games do have those type of, those type of things, like for summons and stuff like that. You can get shards for your characters and get them over time, but it's just so annoying to deal with because you need so many of these just to like get your character to a good enough state, right? It's just so annoying to deal with shard system games, especially when you're summoning. It's like, you can get that one shard of a character while you're summoning, and then you're like, that could have been a dupe, like a full-on dupe, and it's just like, no, come on. Versus My Hero Academia Ultra Impact, where you only need to summon and get the character once. That's it. You're pretty much good to go once you get the character you want and need. Now, you can get dupes in this game, but dupes in My Hero Ultra Impact affect all characters, and the way that actually works is dupes for specific characters don't actually affect only that one character. So when you're summoning a My Hero Ultra Impact, you're going to be getting things called hero shards after you unlock a character. So let's say you got Deku for the first time, and then you summon that same Deku. When you summon that same Deku, it actually auto converts to hero coins, which the hero coins can then be used to purchase character shards. Not really the same type of thing. The character shards are actually used for the ability system, not the growth or the just unlocking characters in general. The character shards are used for unlocking your limit break ability board. They do in Ultra Impact, they have two ability boards: the normal 9-page ability board, and then they have a limit break ability board, which the limit break ability board allows you to actually increase your character's level, like to level 90 to 100 and stuff like that. And then that's where the character shards do come into play. So you can actually enhance your character's level and enhance a lot of other things within that small dupe system. And the limit break system is only one page. It's only, I think it's only 10 panels, or not 10 panels, but 10 little nodes. 10 nodes, that's it. It's not multiple pages, just one. Versus the normal ability board, which is 9 pages, but you can farm the materials in game to fill out those 9 pages. And to be honest, again, like I said, the character dupes in My Hero Ultra Impact affect all your characters, because then you can use your hero shards to buy dupe shards for any character that you want. So let's say you got Deku, SR Bakugo, and Momo. Let's say your Deku is nearly done, but you want to work on your Momo, and you've been summoning a lot. You got a lot of hero shards, and then, okay, I'm going to use my hero shards to buy Momo shards. And then boom, Momo shards, boom, limit break Momo. Good to go, right? So, and then you can save those for future characters. So you can do that. And again, that's for any of them. Versus My Hero Academia The Strongest Hero, when you get dupes of characters, it's for that specific character. You can't use it on any other characters, but I think My Hero Academia Ultra Impact, that did it very well. It's actually really cool the way they did that. It actually enhances the casual play of the game to where you can summon over time and save your hero shards and then buy out character shards for whichever character that you want to enhance at the time to then use in stuff like Ultra Arena or just in normal events and stuff like that. So there is that, and that gives you a very casual feeling to the game, in my opinion, when coming to My Hero Ultra Impact versus My Hero Academia The Strongest Hero, where the character shards are just for the characters. That's it. And they enhance those characters, but you need a lot of them to enhance the characters and stuff like that versus Ultra Impact. So when you summon dupes, all of the dupes that you get in a summon auto convert to hero shards, as I mentioned, but depending on the rarity depends on how many hero shards you get. So I think, I believe that if I'm not mistaken, UR characters are 80 hero shards. So you get quite a good amount of hero shards for that. And then the exchange rate for the hero shards to the character shards is quite significant. It's quite good, actually. It's very low. So I think it's like 4 hero shards for 1 as you're going in. And then after a certain amount, you then increases to like 5 or 6 or something like that. But it's very friendly feeling in comparison to most games. So I think My Hero Ultra Impact did a very good job on developing its dupe system versus My Hero Academia The Strongest Hero. Now, the big difference between these two games, as I mentioned, this game is very much a casual based game, and My Hero Academia The Strongest Hero is by far a co-op PvP game. Now, when it comes to co-op PvP, obviously they're going to be tailoring characters towards their co-op and PvP to be as good as they can be for people to want to summon on the characters. Because, you know, in a way, I want to compare it to Dragon Ball Legends for Strongest Hero and Ultra Impact to Dokkan Battle. Because Dokkan Battle is definitely not a PvP game. It's a PvE experience, a casual PvE experience, play as you want type of game. And that's kind of what Ultra Impact is. Ultra Impact is by far a PvE casual based game, and you can play as you want, when you want, and it doesn't affect like being in PvP or anything like that. Now, My Hero Ultra Impact does have a quote unquote PvP mode called Ultra Arena, as I mentioned. And Ultra Arena isn't really against players. You're fighting other player teams, but it's controlled by an AI. So when you're doing that, it's kind of like World Tournament for Dokkan Battle. So you're fighting AI, but you're rising in the leaderboards. It's the same kind of concept for Ultra Impact versus The Strongest Hero. You're playing actual players in PvP and stuff like that, or bots, whichever have you. Similarly to Dragon Ball Legends when you're fighting in Legends PvP and stuff. So, you know, that's the way I think of these games, you know, in comparison to the 2 Dragon Ball games that exist. Is this is the Legend side, and then this is the Dokkan side. So if you want to see what Ultra Impact is kind of like with the PvP arena type of stuff, we can kind of go through my video here, and you can see that this is the arena type of stuff. You know, I'm rookie 1 in this video. I just started, just came out. You get 10 tries per day, but you can actually increase that if you spend gems, obviously. And then you can see you have 3 people that you can fight, or you can auto refresh. You can refresh it, which I do believe you can infinitely refresh it. There's no time limit to refreshing and anything like that. So you can refresh to find a team that you want. And the difference between this and Dokkan Battle is that you don't really get to pick and choose which teams that you want to fight. In this, in any rank, you can pick and choose whichever player team that you want to fight, and then you can rise up in the ranks. And as you rise up in the ranks, you earn points, and as you earn points, you get your class rank ups and stuff like that. So it's really interesting. And as well as you earn these little shards here to then you can exchange in the exchange shop for various items, like now they have the helmets and stuff like that to actually give yourself better secondary passives and abilities in this game. So that's actually really cool and really fun. Again, this is again, play as you want to. So you can do it 10 times per day, and you know, you can refresh it if you wanted to do more tries in arena. But then if you do your 10, you'll be like, I'm done for the day. That kind of limits me on needing to play PvP. Cool, I'm done. I'm gonna go play something else. But if you're hardcore whaling type of status, you're probably gonna be spending your gems on getting those more tries per day. But still, versus PvP and something like this, you know, you're gonna be playing stuff like this. And again, another difference between this game and Ultra Impact is this game is like an open world fighting RPG type of game, right? So look at it, you're fighting players, not players, but enemies and stuff like that, or players actually if you're playing PvP. If you're fighting people, you're kind of all around the board, just kind of fighting around the map and stuff like that. Versus Ultra Impact, if we kind of just go into here, Ultra Impact is more so a 3v3 experience. You do have units in the back in case one dies. But it's a 3v3. You can see your speed, you get abilities, you get 2 abilities right here, then you get boosts depending on what your abilities do. And you can, again, it's really cool, and you can see the enemy's actual abilities above them too. But this is an AI, and then you can see, boom, just taking out the enemy team. It's a 3v3, but again, we have AoE characters, and then you have single attack characters and stuff like that. I think Ultra Impact, for me, again, for the casual player, this is really fun. It does have an auto mode and a ×3 speed, so that makes it even more fun to just slam through PvP for Ultra Arena and stuff like that. So again, major difference in these games is that Ultra Impact is going to be your casual base game, and Strongest Hero is going to be your PvE hardcore grindy type of game, right? So kind of like, again, like Dokkan Battle versus Dragon Ball Legends, if you want to think of it that way. Now, My Hero The Strongest Hero is definitely not a game that stood the test of time pretty well. The game still exists, the game is still around, but it's suffered significantly on its release because of the way the global devs decided to handle the game. And that significantly hurt the game, and a lot of people were very frustrated, very angry, and upset with the way a lot of stuff was handled, like such as nerfing characters, just overall, just the way they're handling the game, especially. It felt very, it just felt kind of scummy, and it felt greedy, grabby, and stuff like that. Granted, they have fixed a few of those issues, or at least majority of them so far, but even then, because of what they have done, the game is just not on the right path still. I think, at least in my opinion, I still think it's kind of money hungry, money grabby at the way the Strongest Hero is handled, specifically in the way the game operates. But again, it is a PvP game. They want to make people summon to then get the upper hand in PvP, because whales love to pound on the little guy, the little free to play players, right? So that's how that's going to work in PvP games specifically, always. And that's kind of the case in Ultra Impact. You're playing Ultra Arena, in Ultra Impact, whales are definitely going to have a significant advantage over free to play players, especially once you get higher up in Ultra Arena. But in the lower tiers and just in the mid range, it's really not that bad in comparison, because again, with the shards and the casual summons and just the way that the ability boards work and stuff like that, dupes aren't heavily a factor. Whaling isn't too much of a factor. It still is a factor. It's still there. It still does exist, but it's not as heavy as something like Strongest Hero, in my opinion. But again, the way this game was handled very much hurt the game. I did not agree with the way Strongest Hero was handled. I think they handled it very badly. I stopped playing Strongest Hero just because I was focusing on Ultra Impact. Obviously, that's what my channel is based around, Ultra Impact. And I mean, you may think I'm biased towards Ultra Impact for this, but I did play this game. I played this game a lot when it came out for global, and I just did not like the way the Strongest Hero was handled. Now, Bandai, for their games, they can be iffy from time to time. They can handle it differently. They can definitely not do amazing things to their games in most regards. I know Slime was handled very badly, at least so far. It was just like launching banners at everyone left and right. This game doesn't launch banners at people. This game has a bit of a pattern to it. They have the banner plus an event, and then after 2 weeks or so, another banner plus another event. But the events kind of change. Then you also have the Ultra Arena seasons, the VE Tower seasons, and stuff like that. So there is a pattern to how Ultra Impact works. And for Ultra Impact, it's not about summoning for every character unless you're a collector. If you want to do this, you can consider this like a collection type of game, similarly to Dokkan Battle. But this game is more so summon on the characters that you enjoy, the characters that you feel are hype enough. You don't have to summon on every character banner to do well in this game. Versus the Strongest Hero, if you missed out on Endeavor, you're pretty much screwed until the next banner and they make him better than Endeavor, or whatever have you, right? So with PvP games, you got to wait to the next character. If you don't get them, you're kind of screwed. If not, there it is. But Ultra Impact, it doesn't really matter if you get every single new character, as long as because they do have a reroll system, an infinite reroll system in the very beginning of the game, so you can get characters that you prefer and so want to start with. And then they do give you a good amount of gems to start out with as well. But again, Ultra Impact, I do feel, even though it's Bandai manning the helm with this game, you know, this is the first Bandai Namco game from My Hero Academia to make it to the global side of anything. My Hero, was it Smash Tap and Smash Rising, never made it to the global version. They never made it and had a global version. But this game, right when Ultra Impact launched in Japan, we knew a global version was on its way because in the files of the game, there were global assets. So we knew that a global version was actually being developed and worked on. I don't know if that was the case for Rising or Tap, if there was ever English assets in there, but if there wasn't, that shows that they had more faith in Ultra Impact to bring it to the global side. And I do believe it will do a lot better for the global side with Ultra Impact coming over here than just in Japan. In Japan, Ultra Impact did do fairly well on its release and then to kind of hold its helm a little bit during its time in Japan. But I do believe they were potentially working on the global version, so that's why Japan's kind of felt a little stagnant at times, because they were probably working on the global version and wanting to get this game out globally so that they can then be like, okay, free reign, let's do what we want, let's hammer out these events and do more things, right? So I do believe that they were at least getting out the global version to then do that. But again, with Bandai, sometimes it can be iffy with their handling of a game, but I do believe Bandai, because of them having Dokkan, because of them having Dragon Ball Legends and various other gacha games under their belt already, I do believe Bandai will have significant success on Ultra Impact versus the way My Hero Academia The Strongest Hero was done. I mean, Sony Pictures Television, if we go to their games here, they have Strongest Hero, but I mean, they don't really have gacha games for the most part. Like, so it made me think, oh, they don't really have the experience to really deal with this type of game or handle this type of game properly. And it did show. It did show on the release of Strongest Hero and the way the devs were handling the game that they just did not have the ability to handle this game the way they wanted to. They felt like, oh, this would be a great way to make money probably. But there's a balanced way these games need to be handled in a specific way that helps players, and that not really helps players, but it's where it benefits not only the company, but also the players. So they're not, you know, it's not one-sided, right? They need the players in order to survive, but they can't just be like, oh, give us your money, that's all we want. We don't care what you want. You know, they can't do that either. So again, I do believe that whoever the global version devs, if it is Sony Pictures Television or if it is Komoe and Sony's just publishing it or whatever they're doing, I do believe that this side was handled very badly, and Strongest Hero didn't really set a high bar in the first place to set, but with Ultra Impact, I do believe this one has a higher chance of succeeding for a long period of time versus the Strongest Hero will. Again, because this game releases, this game may shoot back up again. People may be interested in this game again, but I do believe Ultra Impact will be the game for majority of people that want to play. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments down below. What game do you prefer? Do you prefer the PvE co-op experience in the open world, or do you care about the casual, don't really have to go hard ham summoning and stuff like that type of experience with Ultra Impact? Let me know your thoughts and feelings down in the comments down below. I'll be doing guides on Ultra Impact over on 5-9 Gaming as well, so make sure you go check that out as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, click that bell, and I'll see you guys next time.